Hey everybody, Corey's back with another look at a new game. This time we are checking out Harmonix's new game, Fuser, available on old gen and new gen consoles. So let's take a look. Alright, Harmonix is back with rhythm games. This is where they shine and where they produce wonderful experiences for us on our video game systems. And they do not disappoint with Fuser. Fuser is a DJ style mixing songs game. I don't really know how better to describe it. But you will be taking songs from many different decades, many different genres, mashing them together, learning about timings and downbeats and pickup beats, and doing all sorts of crazy modifications to make your own perfect set list at your own music festival. Fuser comes equipped with a campaign mode, freestyle, both solo and co-op, and a battle mode. This will allow you to go head to head with another DJ to see who can get the crowd going. In freestyle mode, it's a little less competitive and a little more creative. You will be aiming to create your perfect track. And then in the game's main mode, campaign mode, you will be traveling to various festivals, learning the ropes, and working with Fuser's greatest DJs of their time. Now, once you get to your stage, you're going to be learning the ropes. Like I said, you will have access to a plethora of songs with the ability to purchase more songs with in-game currency as you play the game. You will also have the opportunity to buy DLC, as Harmonix is known for in the various rock band titles of yesteryear. DLC is prominent in this game as it is the key way to get more songs. But back to the stage, you will be introduced to your DJ pad, your kit here, and it will have 4 different decks for you to master. That will be one for drums, vocals, and 2 different instrument tracks. And you can really change it up to any of those. You can have 4 drum tracks if you so choose. It is really your playground to work with. As you go throughout the campaign, the DJs that you're working with will slowly but surely get you to the master status. You will start out simple and just throw different songs into your decks to see how they flow together. Then you'll quickly start learning about timing. You want to drop the different songs at certain points in the bars in order to make them as effective as they can be for sound and crowd exception. If you happen to mess up, you'll be monitoring the crowd's reactions, and it will go down and up over time. As you go through the campaign, you'll learn more and more complex ways to amp up your music. This will come in the form of adding special effects, faders, ejecting and fading in and fading out, muting, soloing tracks. I'm telling you, it gets crazy with everything that you can do. As you're going through the songs, you're not just playing them all to your liking or to your will. You are following the DJ's instructions that is helping you out. They will give you certain goals to hit, so you'll want to hit those as you go along, as well as crowd suggestions. Those are not required to pass the level, but they will obviously get you more points in order to get those 5 stars. Fuser is the perfect game to just chill out to and just play some music and kind of get into the groove. If you have a friend over, even better, it's perfect for showing that off as well. Now, Fuser isn't all about the music. It's all about customization as well. You can really make your character your own and the stage that you're working with your stage. You can save all of these looks and stage kits to many different naming schemes, and you can choose each one as you play throughout the game to change up the look. Now, just some of the downfalls of the game that I would like to point out is that you can make some really creative beats and scores in this game that just probably will blow your mind and say, whoa, I actually made that. That sounds really good. Well, you can actually do the opposite quite often as well, and the game won't fault you for it. It doesn't really know the best way to interact every single song together. So some things that you'll hit on the perfect beat and you'll get score for it, which is good, It might actually not sound the best. And I don't know where you would fix that, but it's a thing. Another thing I want to point out is that as you play the campaign, you are constantly learning new skills and methods of mixing music. It's almost like it never stops. And at some point, for me, it just became too much. It needs to have a defined line where it doesn't really need to get any more complicated, but it seems to. Now, with more time, that would go away for sure. I would not have an issue with it, but trying to consume the game, I want to play through the campaign. It's a lot to take on very quickly. My other downfall of the game is the music selection. Like I said, you do start out with quite a bit of songs to select from. There's like 100 songs that you can unlock. But by the time that you're done with the campaign, most likely you will still have plenty of songs left to buy. Depends on how much other activities you do throughout the game. Depends on how much XP you would have at that point, but just going through the campaign, you will not unlock all the songs. This isn't a new concept with music games, specifically with Rock Band, and I think back to those days. Rock Band 1 was great, but Fuser suffers from the same fate, if you will, where it gets, for lack of a better word, boring to play the same songs over and over. And this is a game where you're taking songs each and every time and you're changing them up. You're changing the beats per minute. You're changing the pitch or the key, maybe adding your own instruments that you create on the spot. But yet you still kind of get bored of the song selection. And that could be all on me and my personal taste. So I won't blanket fault that. Now, this game is a game that will thrive on DLC. Currently, they just released a launch pack of the DLC. It's about $45 for 25 songs, and I can only imagine that they'll keep adding DLC as you go on. And I can only hope that they stick with the Rock Band prowess, where when Fuser 2 comes out, all of your Fuser 1 songs will carry over. But as it stands, what you get on the disc, I do think that you would probably get a little bored with it after a little while. Now, the one things I can't really comment on are the multiplayer and the online modes. There were not a lot of people testing those out at the time that I was playing it. So I'm going to go back and continue to play with that. But I have seen some other quick videos that were put up beforehand to showcase that off. And it does look fun with friends. All of that said, I was super pumped to play Fuser, and I'm glad I did. And I will continue to play it. There are a couple DLC songs that I just have to have for my mixes, and so I can't wait to get back in there and play with those. For a full review score of Fuser, please visit xboxtavern.com, and I'll see you in the next game.